Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hai, saya Evi Sayono. Pada video ke-7 ini, saya masih akan membacakan sebuah jurnal pendidikan bahasa Inggris untuk teman-teman semua. Saya akan membacakan sebuah artikel dari Cogent Education Journal yang diterbitkan oleh Taylor and Francis Group. Judul artikel yang akan saya baca adalah EFL, English as a Foreign Language Teacher's Pedagogical Beliefs, Pedagogical Content Knowledge, and Instructional Material Use. A Scale Development and Validation. Artikel ini ditulis oleh Nurul Fitriah Al-Munawaroh, Khuzaimah Dahlan Diem, dan Janos Teklax. Artikel ini diterbitkan pada tanggal 15 Juli 2024. Sesaat lagi teman-teman akan menyimak bacaan buku yang akan dibacakan dalam bahasa aslinya, yaitu bahasa Inggris. Sebelum menyimak bacaan ini, teman-teman boleh membantu mensupport video ini dengan cara mengklik tanda subscribe, follow, atau ikuti, atau juga klik tanda like atau love. Cogent Education 2024, Volume 11, Number 1, 23-7-9696. Teacher Education and Development Research Article. EFL, English as a Foreign Language Teacher's Pedagogical Beliefs, Pedagogical Content Knowledge, and Instructional Material Use. A Scale Development and Validation. Authors: Nurul Fitriah Al-Munawaroh, Doctoral School of Education, University of Szeged, Hungary. Khuzaimah Dahlan Diem, Department of Language and Arts, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Universitas Sriwijaya, Palembang, Indonesia. And Janos Teklax, Doctoral School of Education, University of Pécs, Hungary. Keywords: EFL teachers, instrument validation, material use, pedagogical beliefs, pedagogical content knowledge. Page 5, Part 3, Method, Part 3.1, Adaptation of the Instrument, EFLT-PB-PCK-MU, English as a Foreign Language Teachers, Pedagogical Belief, Pedagogical Content Knowledge, Material Use Adaptation, is based on the concepts and theories of PCK, or Pedagogical Content Knowledge, Schmidt et al. 2009, Teachers' Pedagogical Belief, or PB, Wu et al. 2022, and MU Material Use, Schauer 2010. Initially, factors and items in each questionnaire were reviewed to ensure the instruments fit the current study context, which focuses on reading in English language teaching and learning. The irrelevant items and factors were removed. For example, items related to content other than literacy, in brackets, social studies, mathematics, and science. Meanwhile, for the Teacher's Pedagogical Beliefs questionnaire, we included all the items under two factors, which were learner-centered pedagogy and teacher-centered pedagogy. For the Material Use questionnaire, the factors were curriculum developers and curriculum makers. The adaptation of the instruments yields to the finalized factors and items. The adapted PCK, or Pedagogical Content Knowledge questionnaire, has two factors, Content Knowledge, or CK, with 3 items, and Pedagogical Knowledge, or PK, with 7 items. Teachers' Pedagogical Belief questionnaire has 2 factors, teacher-centered pedagogy and learner-centered pedagogy, with 4 items for each factor. The Material Use questionnaire encompasses curriculum developers, in brackets, N equals to 5, and curriculum makers, in brackets, N equals to 4. After reviewing each questionnaire, we constructed our teachers' EFLT, or English as a Foreign Language Teaching, -PB, Pedagogical Belief, PCK, Pedagogical Content Knowledge, and MU, Material Use, into 5 parts. Instruction, PCK, or Pedagogical Content Knowledge questions, Teachers' PB, or Pedagogical Beliefs questions, MU, or Material Use questions, and demographic questions that include gender, age range, teaching experience, and educational background. Finally, before distributing the questionnaire, 2 experts evaluated the content validity of the instruments. The questionnaire items were adapted from reliable and valid scales. Therefore, two experts are considered enough to check if the content fits the intended goals and to identify language-related problems. If the questionnaire items were constructed by domain experts or adapted from a literature review of an existing questionnaire, the content validity is satisfied. Sauro and Lewis, 2016. Table 1 presents the teacher's EFLT, or English as a Foreign Language Teaching, dash PB, PCKMU, pedagogical belief, pedagogical content knowledge, and material use factors, items, and references. Page 6. Table 1. The adapted EFLT, English as a Foreign Language Teaching, dash PB, pedagogical belief, PCK, pedagogical content knowledge, MU, material use, scales and items. Scales and items, PCK, content knowledge, references, adapted from Schmidt et al., 2009. Number 1. I have sufficient knowledge about reading comprehension in English. Number 2. I can comprehend English text with ease. Number 3. I have various ways and strategies for developing my understanding of texts written in English. Pedagogical knowledge. Number 4. I know how to assess student performance in a classroom. Number 5. I can adapt my teaching based upon what students currently understand or do not understand. Number 6. I can adapt my teaching style to different learners. Number 7. I can assess students' learning in multiple ways. Number 8. I can use a wide range of teaching approaches in a classroom setting. Number 9. I am familiar with students' common understandings and misconceptions. Number 10. I know how to organize and maintain classroom management. Teachers' pedagogical beliefs. Learner-centered pedagogy. Adapted from Wu et al., 2022. Number 11. A good teacher should help students to think actively to build knowledge. Number 12. A teacher should greatly encourage students to explore, discuss, and express their opinions. Number 13. Effective teaching should encourage students to engage in more discussion and practice. Number 14. Teaching should be flexible to meet the needs of students' individual differences and learning processes. Teacher-centered pedagogy. Number 15. Learning is mainly through repetitive practice and drills. Number 16. A teacher should have full control over students' learning. Number 17. The main task of teachers is to transmit knowledge to students. Number 18. Authoritarian teaching. A teacher who has total control of the classroom is the best practice in a class. Instructional material use. Curriculum developers. Reference. Adapted from Shower, 2010. Number 19. I develop the content of the textbook by adding material from other sources. Number 20. I use some parts of the textbook and add other activities and/or materials to suit my students' needs. Number 21. I skip some parts of the textbook that are not necessary. Number 22. I create new activities that are different from those available in the textbook. Curriculum makers. Number 23. I design my teaching program and write my materials based on needs analysis. Number 24. I select the topics in consultation with my students. Number 25. I arrange the topics based on my students' prior knowledge. Number 26. I changed the focus of the course based on how the students reacted, what did not work, and what was successful.